What is already here? What is already the case? What is something that's here right now that you don't have to find because it's never been lost? It's so close that it can't be discovered through activity, through clinging, through searching, through discovery. It just is. It's something you feel into or suddenly recognize. It doesn't take time because it's not in the field of time. It's not in the realm of time. Just is. So what is it that just is? However your mind is moving at this moment, it's just that. However experience feels right now, it's just this. Not 1 millimeter apart from what is just now. So there's nothing I can say about it because there's nowhere to look for it. There's no message I can relate to the mind that gives it instructions on how to find this, because it's already the case. It is the mind just as it is. It's the thought right now just as it is. It's the sound right now just as it is. It's a totality, but it's not a conceptual totality. It's empty, but it's not empty in the way the mind thinks about empty. It's not an it that's apart from you, but it's also not just you. When there are no boundaries between what you perceive as you and what you perceive as sound and what you perceive as perception and what you perceive as thought and what you perceive as emotion, then that's already just it. Not findable, and yet there's no need to find it. The searching is it. The searching for it is already it. No matter how far and wide the search goes, it's never lost. The search is never apart from the totality. The search is never apart from the subtle truth. The search is never apart from this. So what is the practice? What is the method? How do you get back to where you've never left? Perhaps it's a reattunement to this that you fundamentally know. But you know it before you thought anything. You know it before you believed you were a self. You know it before you formulated any memories. You know it before any events have appeared in what feels like your life. So there's an attunement that happens, which is also this. Whether there's this attunement or not doesn't actually matter, but once it's recognized, the attunement is already happening. You're recognizing already that there's nothing to recognize. There's nowhere to go. Nothing to attain. Because all of those movements are already just this. This contains everything. But there's nothing inside. There's nothing outside. There aren't parts. There's no container. It's also not out there somewhere. It's as close as your nose. It's as close as your skin. It's as close as your marrow and your bones. And it's so close that all of those can fall away. And it's still just this. Just the case as it is. Imperturbable. Ungraspable. Unmissable. That's true nature. I couldn't begin to talk about it, but I don't have to, because you're already it. You can't miss it. You can't lose it. You can't gain it. When you stand up and walk across the room, reality stands up and walks across the room. Reality is standing, walking. It's the room. It's the before and after. It's the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. It's where nothing has ever moved, and it's the essence of all apparent movement. Even a doubt is just it. There's nothing wrong with doubt. Doubt doesn't taint anything. There's nothing wrong with fear. Fear doesn't miss anything. There's nothing wrong with shame. Shame is just a flavor of this. So I have no advice. Just a simple statement. And that is, everything you could ever look for is already right there. Everything you could ever want or desire is already right there. You have the capacity, beyond anything you can imagine, to embody it.